Guys, happy Halloween! I have not filmed anything, made any food videos in a while now because my mom was here and we had the baby shower, so I've been very busy with that. And then I forgot to bring my camera to record the baby shower, so it went well. So today I'm gonna work on a couple recipes. They're not email. I have not put together an email recipe for this week. Too many things have been going on. I've been kind of winging it. So today I'm going to do spaghetti and the well, don't mind that yet. Spaghetti and the meatballs. We're gonna do spaghetti and meatballs, and that's gonna be one of my meals that gets vacuum sealed and frozen for later on. I did check, I can do that. Today, as far as meal-wise for food today, I'm thinking about, I had some shrimp left in my freezer. I think I'm gonna make maybe some Creole shrimp and cheesy grits. Maybe that's what I'll do. I've had it before. I've had something similar before from emails. I probably don't have all the ingredients for it, but that's okay. It was good when I made it before, for never making a shrimp and grits recipe. Actually never having grits in my life up until that recipe. So anyway, so I'm gonna do this first. Well, actually I'm gonna do the sauce. I'm gonna do the sauce first because I was just gonna get canned spaghetti sauce. Then I'm thinking, why would I do that? I'm Italian. Make spaghetti sauce. So I'm gonna get my Dutch oven out. I'm gonna grab some of this spaghetti sauce, or tomato sauce that I got from Sam's Club the other day, and some tomato paste, and we're gonna throw some ingredients in there like some basil, maybe some mushroom. We're gonna get that sauce going, and then I do have red cooking wine I'm gonna throw in there as well. Now I don't have any specific recipe I am doing. I am just doing this by taste and by smell. First thing we're gonna do is grab our tomato sauce, and we're gonna pop this in the Dutch oven. Tomato paste. You might hear Morty running in the background. We might have some guests coming over a little bit later. I'm not 100% sure, but I was trying to pick up the house as much as I can while having contractions 30 minutes apart today. Luckily they stopped, but I was getting a little on alert when I was able to time them. Salt and pepper. Minced garlic. Here's some of that cooking wine. That's probably about 1/3 of a cup. Some fresh basil, chopped up. Throw some baby bella mushrooms in here. And put a little bit of water in here just to thin it out. That was about 1/2 cup. Maybe 1/3 of a cup. Oh yeah, I need sugar. I totally forgot. I need sugar. Put some sugar in there. About 1 tablespoon worth. That may be considered 2 tablespoons. Put some oregano in there. Onion powder. Put some onion powder in there. I'm gonna put a little bit more water, so that would have probably been about 1 cup of water. We're gonna put some Worcestershire sauce in there. About 1 tablespoon maybe. We're gonna let that cook down for a little bit and we'll come back to it. I'm gonna start getting these meatballs ready and prepped. My first trick-or-treater of the night, it was Amazon. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the meat, crack an egg, throw some Italian style breadcrumbs in here. Probably about, if I were to eyeball it, it was probably about 1/2 cup. A lot of my own cooking, I just go off of taste and smell, and just kind of eyeballing it. I don't really have exact measurements, so that's why you'll never, very rarely will you see me with a measuring cup when I am doing stuff that I've created. So let's see, what do I need next? I'm missing something. Oh, yeah. Garlic. So we're gonna put some garlic in here. Salt and pepper. A little bit of garlic. That was about a teaspoon. Do some onion powder. I'm gonna wash my hands first. We're gonna mush this together. Just try to do this without touching. Yep, there we go. Probably about a teaspoon of Worcestershire. I'll have to look up the origin of Worcestershire just to see where it came from. Who decided to name it that? All right, that's about good. It's all mixed in. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to cook the meatballs at 350, but I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check a recipe just to see. 400, okay. Does have 2 eggs in here though. Oh, I'm gonna put some Parmesan in here. I'm gonna put some Parmesan in here. This I did take from the recipe that I'm looking up on the temperature, because it does seem like a good idea to do this. Now we're gonna take some of these and start rolling them into little balls. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook these. According to these instructions, it says 20 to 24 minutes. I didn't follow this recipe, so there's some ingredients that are in this recipe that I don't have in my meatballs. So I think what I'm gonna do is 20 minutes. We're gonna cook 20 minutes, see how the meatballs are doing, and go from there. As you can see from my lid, this sauce is pretty angry. You might even see some sauce on my face. I don't know. It keeps spurting up at me. Oven's preheated. Let's go ahead and pop those in for 20 minutes. Let's see how it goes from there. Now, while I'm waiting for all that to cook, I'm gonna go through these shrimp and I'm gonna take the tails off of them. I like to go through the shrimp again and make sure they're totally deveined. I don't know how many times I get shrimp from the store and I still find the poopy stuff on it, all right? So I just go through it, it grosses me out. So I just go through it and I make sure they're thoroughly cleaned. The recipe I'm gonna go off today for shrimp and grits, because I'm not good with Creole. I'm not really familiar with Creole recipes. So I'm gonna do cheesy shrimp and grits. It's based off of the all recipes. I'll link it in the description. For once, it's not an emails recipe. So it says I'm gonna need some stone ground grits. I've got whatever grits I got in the cabinet is what I'm gonna use. 2 cups shredded sharp cheddar cheese, 3 tablespoons unsalted butter, salt and ground black pepper to taste, 1 pound shrimp peeled and deveined, 6 slices of bacon chopped, 1 cup thinly sliced scallions. I will not be doing that since that is the onion family. 2 tablespoons chopped fresh parsley. I may or may not have parsley, I don't know. 1 large clove of garlic minced, and then 4 teaspoons lemon juice. It says cook grits according to package. I'm gonna start with the shrimp, because I got a lot of stuff going on my stove right now. The other thing I'm gonna do too, I'm gonna do this a little bit different, is that I'm gonna add some Creole seasoning to my shrimp. I'm just gonna kind of let that Creole seasoning kind of marinate on the shrimp for a little bit. I'm gonna throw this back in the fridge so it can chill while I cook the bacon. Okay, this kitchen is becoming a mess because of this sauce. I hate messes. Well, I technically have 4 slices of bacon in here. That's all I could really fit. And I didn't check the size. I didn't check the portion on what. Oh, 6 servings, yeah. It's only James and I, so I don't need that many. Plus, I don't think I have that much shrimp. I don't think I have a pound of shrimp. So that's plenty of bacon for this recipe. Meatballs are done. I checked the inside of one of them. It is nice and cooked. So I'm gonna taste test this sauce. Hopefully it doesn't spit up on me again. Actually, I'm gonna wait until the bacon's done because this stuff likes to splatter up on me. And I'm not trying to get tomato sauce burns in my face. I've been trying to figure out how to plan on putting the spaghetti and meatball in a vacuum sealer and freezing it. I think what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna separate. I didn't do it for the chicken one that I did a while ago. I think I'm gonna separate this one. Yeah, and it's just all gonna be just kind of packaged together so that way I know it's all for one meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this bag ready for the meatballs. Kind of scrunch all the meatballs together, kind of figure out how big of a bag I need. And that should be good enough. Same thing I'm gonna have to do with these meatballs that I do with all my recipes is that I'm gonna cool down the meatballs first before I package them. Spaghetti sauce. It smells good. It's hot. I'm probably gonna burn shit out of my mouth. That's a good sauce. That's a good sauce. Yep. That was yummy. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this next part. I'll package the spaghetti sauce differently. That's what I'll do. I'll separately, and then the noodles will be last. I'm just trying a different method this time because when I did, I don't know, it was like a chicken noodle thing that I did a while back ago. I combined the sauce and the chicken and the noodle all in one pack. I want to see if maybe like the texture of the flavor holds out longer. I don't know, I just feel like packaging it separately would help with the flavor a little bit more. It would help with the texture, at least with the noodle, so the noodle wouldn't be so saturated, I guess. I don't know, this is things I'm thinking up in my head. I don't have any proven theories. I don't have any proof about this. These are all just kind of theories I'm making up in my head. So I got my shredded cheddar cheese here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook the grits. It's 5-minute grits that I got. Remove from the heat, stir in cheddar cheese, butter, salt and pepper, cover and set aside. So I gotta boil the water first. So we're gonna boil this water and then pour in a cup of grits. While I'm waiting for my water to boil, I chopped up bacon. Again, I'm doing two recipes in one tonight. I'm getting this food done that I am going to vacuum seal and freeze, and then I am cooking the grits for tonight's dinner. Yep, no parsley, even dried parsley. So I'm gonna have to put that on my list. I used to have dried parsley, I don't know where it went. Must have used it all. So now I'm gonna cook the shrimp in bacon grease. And it says to do that on medium heat until they turn opaque. Alright, we'll let those shrimp cook. It looks like my water is ready for both my spaghetti noodles and my grits. I got so many things going on, not enough counter space. So I'm gonna do it for 7 minutes. It says 6 minutes for al dente. I always cook it an additional minute. 7 minutes, a couple grits. We got a few things I'm balancing out right now. Remove this from heat real quick so I don't overcook this shrimp. Pasta is done. Timer off, cancel off. I wish I had more room. Grits appear to be done. Stir in cheddar cheese and butter, salt, pepper, cover, set aside. Put in this cheddar cheese. salt and pepper. So we're gonna put some onion on this, onion powder, sorry. Put onion powder on this since I'm not using scallion. 4 teaspoons lemon juice. Again, we eyeball this. About a clove of garlic. Shrimp and grits are done. I'll let the noodles cool down. All right, here beeth my shrimp and grits. I might have to do this on silent mode. It depends on how much this music comes through. Actually, I'm gonna do it over here so you can't really hear it that well. Waiting for trick-or-treaters. We've only had 3 trick-or-treaters. And I've seen them going on the side roads. Maybe they don't like our road because it's kind of busy. I don't know. So I'm gonna try this real quick. It's pretty good, but it needs some heat. The recipe I followed didn't have any like real heat with it, but it's good. I need some type of pepper in there. Use like a spicy pepper. I have sport peppers out back I could put in, but it's good the way it is right now for something just putting together with stuff that I had in my freezer. All right, now I gotta put together the spaghetti and meatballs. So I ended up vacuum sealing the spaghetti and meatballs together. And then I just did the sauce separately. So this is, and then I taped it together so that way I know it's all for the one meal, but I do have it labeled. Yep. And spaghetti sauce in the back. So I'm gonna freeze it, but it's good to go. And I have it, I'm gonna use it by, yeah.